Now let's discuss elimination method. For example, if you are having x plus y equals to 4 and you have x minus y equals to 2. Now look at this. You have what? Two equations and you have two unknown variables, and you are asked to what? You are asked to find x and y, the value of x and y. Since you are having what? X plus y equals to 4 and you are also having what? X minus y equals to 2. The first thing you should be doing is that you should be checking if they have the same coefficient. For instance, this is x. Check if x in equation 1 has the same coefficient of what? Of x in equation 2. And for you to do that, you have to decide which one you want to eliminate first. Now, we want to eliminate x first before we eliminate y. But we have to check if their coefficients are the same in both equations. Now, if you look at this, in equation 1, this is your equation 1. Name it equation 1. And you have what? Equation what? Equation 2. This is your equation 1. This is x here. What is the coefficient of x? It is what? It is 1, but it is what? Invisible. In equation 2, the coefficient of x in equation 2 is also 1. Now, if the coefficients are same, then you are very good to eliminate. The second thing you are going to do is that you are going to draw a line. This is a barrier in which you are going to You are going to be eliminating, and you are going to be looking for the value of your y. Since you are eliminating x, then we are looking for the value of y. And if we are eliminating y, we are looking for the value of x. Now let's continue. Then what you are going to do next, since you have already drawn your line, what you are going to do next is that we have two signs that we are going to use, which are what? The plus and minus. Now, this plus and minus are used to eliminate variables in elimination method. Now, you are going to check the sign that you are going to use, in which if you use them with what? With this 2x, it will lead up to what? Is 0. Now, let's try it. If we use plus, x plus x will give us 2x. You can see, so we can't use plus, because we are looking for the sign in which we are going to use together, and it will give us what? Is 0. Now, but if you use your y, your minus, use your minus, x minus x will lead us to what? Will lead us to 0. Then it means that minus is the sign that you are going to use. Now, x minus x is what? Is 0. Now, this is plus y. Plus y minus y. First of all, minus times minus will give us plus. You can see now we have minus. It's just like we are having what? Plus y minus into bracket what? Minus y. You have your plus y minus into bracket minus y. Now, this is your plus y. Minus times minus will give us plus. Then y. Then plus y will give us what? 2y. You can see. So it means that this sign that you are using is the correct sign that you have to use to eliminate this x here. Now, plus y minus into bracket minus y will give us what? 2y. Then equals to what? 4 minus 2 will give us 2. You can see now you are left with what? 2y equals to 2. So you now have what? 2y equals to 2. Then divide both sides. Over 2 over 2. These 2 cancel 2. Then 2 here 1. 2 into is what? 1. Then your y is equals to what? Is equals to 1. Now, you are able to what? Eliminate x to find y. Now, let's eliminate y to find x. Now, for you to do that, you write your equation again. You have your what? X plus y equals to 4. And you have your what? X minus y equals to 2. Name it equation 1, equation 2. Now, we want to eliminate y to get what? To get x. Then it means that since we are eliminating y, then our y must lead us to what? Is 0. Now, first of all, look, draw your what? Line. Don't forget, you have make sure that the coefficient in this y is what? Is 1. And they are saying y in equation 1, the coefficient is what? 1. Y in equation 2, the coefficient is also what? Is also 1. So since they are the same, you are free to what? Eliminate. Now, then look for the sign in which you are going to what? Put together to what? Eliminate this. Now if you use plus now, you put your plus here. Now x plus x. Okay, let's just go for y direct. Now you have what? Plus y plus into bracket minus y. Just like you have it plus y plus into bracket what? Minus y. Now plus y. Plus times minus will give us what? Minus then y. Now plus y minus y is what? Is 0. Then it means this one is exactly what? Is 0. Now it means this sign that we are using is what? Is the correct sign. X plus x will give us what? 2x. Then you have what? Equals to 4 plus 2 will give us what? 6. Then you have what? You have the 2x equals to 6. Then over 2 over 2. These 2 cancel 2. 2 here 1, 2 in 6 is what? 3. Then your x is equal to what? 3. You can see. We have made sure that we have eliminated x for us to get the value of y, and we have also eliminated what? Y for us to get the value of x. Then therefore, our x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 1. Now, look at number 2 questions. There are some cases that you won't have the same coefficient of unknown variables in both equations. Now if you look at this, the coefficient of x here is 2 and coefficient of x here is 1. Coefficient of y here is 3, coefficient of y here is 2. Don't worry, it is very simple. Now the first thing we are going to do is that you have to name your equation. We have the what? Equation 1 and we have the what? Equation 2. Now then what you are going to do is that since we want to what? Eliminate x first for y, you can eliminate y for x. Don't worry, they are still the same. You want to what? Eliminate x for y. And what for you to what? Eliminate it, you are going to make sure that this x here has the same variables. The x in equation 1 and the x in equation 2 must have the same variable, but in this question they are not having the same variable. This is 2 and what? This is 1, but I want to make sure that they have the same what? The same variable. Now what you are going to do is that you are going to draw a line here. You are going to multiply the coefficient of what? Equation 1 all through with equation 2. And you are going to what? Multiply the what? The coefficient of x in equation 2 all through with what? Equation 1. Now this is what I'm saying. Coefficient of what? Equation 1 of x is what? Is 2. Then you are going to write what? Times 2 here. You can see that is for what? Equation 2. And the coefficient of x in equation 2 is what? 1. You are going to write what? Times 1. So it means you are multiplying all equation 1 by what? By 1. And you are what? Multiply what? Equation 2 by what? By 2. Now let's go. Now 1 times 2x will give us 2x. 1 times minus 3y will still give us what? Minus 3y equals to what? 1 times 14 will give us what? 14. This is your 2x. Now you are going to name it what? Equation 3. Now the second one is what? 2. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times plus 2y is what? Plus 4y equals to what? 2 times 7 is 14. This is what? Equation 4. Now you have what? 2x, you have 2x. So it means that you have balanced that this x in equation 3 and x in equation 4 are having the same coefficient. Now since they are having the same coefficient, you can now go ahead by what? Eliminating x for you to get what? Value of y. Now you are going to draw your what? You draw your line. Then you have your plus and minus. Look for the sign in which that if you are going to make sure that this x becomes what? Is 0. Now if you start with plus, if you put your plus here, 2x plus 2x is what? 4x. It didn't lead us to what? 0. Then you have to use your what? Minus. Now 2x minus 2x will give us what? 0. Now you can see that this sign is what? Perfect sign for us to use, for us to be able to eliminate x to get the value of y. Now you now have what? Minus 3y minus into bracket plus what? Plus 4y. Now minus 3y minus times plus will give us what? Minus then 4y. Then minus 3y minus 4y will give us what? Minus 7 what? Minus 7y. So this is what? Minus 7y equals to, now 14 minus 14 will give us what? Is 0. Now we have what? Minus 7y equals to what? Is 0. So now what? Minus 7y equals to 0 over minus 7 over minus 7. This minus cancel minus, 7 cancel 7. So y is equal to, z divided by minus 7 give us what? Is 0. Now, when we eliminate x to get the value of y, the value of y gives us what? Is 0. Now, let's eliminate what? Y for us to get the value of x. Now, you write your question, 2x minus 3y equals to 14, and you have what? X plus 2y equals to what? 7. You have the what? Equation 1, and you have the what? Equation 2. Remember, we are doing it with elimination method. Now, since you are eliminating y, but you want to make sure that the coefficient of y in both equations are same. But this you are having 3, you are also having what? 2. Then what we are going to do is that we are going to draw a line here. We are going to multiply everything in equation what? In equation 1 by the coefficient of what? Y, which is 2. Then you have what? Times 2. Same as what? Equation what? Equation 2. Coefficient of it is what? Minus 3. That's times minus what? Minus 3. Now what are we going to do? So we have what? These 2 times 2x will what? That is, it will give us what? 4x. Then we have your minus 6y equals to 28. That is your equation 3. Then you have what? You have the minus 3x. Then you have minus 6y equals to minus 21. That is what? Equation 4. You can see. Don't forget your minus. Minus 3y times x is minus 3x. Sorry, minus 3 times x is what? Minus 3x. Then minus 3 times plus 2y is what? Minus 6y equals to minus 3 times 7 will give us what? Minus 21. Now, you can see that we already have the what? The same coefficient. Now, you are going to draw your what? You are going to draw your line. You have your plus here, you have your what? Minus. Look for the sign in which it will be able to let us to eliminate the y. Now, if we use plus, put your plus here. Now, minus 6y, you have minus 6y plus into bracket minus 6y. You can see. Now, you now have what? Minus 6y to give us what? Minus 12y. That means that you can't use this one. You can't use plus. Then you can now go for what? For minus. Now, let's try minus. Minus 6y minus into bracket minus 6y. Now, we are now left to minus 6y. Minus times minus is plus. Then it will lead us to 0. Because minus 6y plus 6y will lead us to what? Is 0. Now, it means that the sign that we'll be using is what? Is your minus. We are using minus. Now, 4x minus into bracket 3x. That is 4x minus into bracket 3x. We now have what? 4x plus what? 3x. It will give us what? 7x. You can see. It leads us to what? 7x. And now, we now have what? Minus 6y minus into bracket minus 6y will give us what? Is 0. Now, equals to what? Now, 28 minus into bracket 21. You have what? 28 minus into bracket what? 21. That is what? 28. Minus times minus will give us what? Plus. That's 21. So the answer will give us what? 49. So, my 28 minus into bracket 21 will give us what? Will give us 49. You can now go ahead by what? Dividing both sides. You can just say that over 7. This cancel this. 7 here 1. 7 in 49 will give us what? 7. Then our x is equal to what? 7. So we have eliminated y for us to get the value of x. So that's how, therefore, x is equal to what? 7 and y is equal to what? Is 0. This is how to solve what? Elimination method, giving different coefficients of the unknown variables. Thank you.